This video is going to show you how to upgrade firmware on the Reno unit. What you want to do is go to the unit and see what version you're running now. Once we know that we have a firmware version that's low, in this case 1.7, we're going to go ahead and upgrade the firmware or update the firmware. Best way to do that is contact us here at the factory and we'll send you what the most recent version of software is. In this case, a good example is, here we go, we're going to be sending you the zip file. So you're going to go ahead and click on this, and then you notice it's a zip file, so you're going to want to extract it into a known directory. In this case, I went ahead and I just extracted it. If it comes up here, give me a second here. Let's get something. Boom. There we go. In this case, I actually put it in downloads. No, I actually put it in my C drive under Reno, under updates here. And if you notice, I brought the file here, but I also extracted it. And what you're going to see is boot call files, boots 1, 2, and the root. And this is a file that you're going to be grabbing, is the root. So at that point, you're going to bring up your RaeComM software and make sure you're talking to your monitor. So in this case, I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm talking to my monitor, which I am. There's a power supply, I got communication. I also like to hit the ID, so now I see my model, serial number, and also the version. And this version is 202 that I'm connected to with this unit. But to upgrade, you're just going to hit configuration, upgrade firmware, go here, and you're going to point at this one. You're going to say open, and of course remember, you might have to go to the C drive, Reno, upgrade. You might have to point at the directory. You're going to go say OK, and then you're going to hit upgrade, and at this time it's going to tell you, oh, we have a problem. So what happens is occasionally it'll ask you, like that last screen, just go ahead and say retry, and it will go ahead and do that. Occasionally you'll request a retry. So when you're doing that, a couple of things now is, if you notice, it shows you that it's transferring data. You see the blue line. You see down here that the read and the transmit's going back and forth. It did find 2 errors, which is fine. Just let it go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to probably pause the video, because it takes about 2 to 5 minutes, and I don't want you to just sit here and watch it send data. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and then I'll bring it back just before it's completed. I wanted to bring to your attention too that on the unit itself, and I'll send a picture, it should say that it is upgrading. So you'll see on this display that it'll say upgrade in progress, do not cycle power, and then it's going to give you a countdown also. So now the upgrade is complete. If you notice, it says completed, and it tells you to power off and on the unit. So of course you would want to go to the unit and power off and on the unit. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK here, and it says it's completed, and now we're done, and we can go close this out. And with that, you go over to your monitor, and you're going to see. So now we're at the monitor, and if you notice, it says it's been upgraded. So we're going to go ahead and unplug the unit. And plug it back in, which I just did. And if you noticed, our upgrade is done, and now you're finished. If you have any questions, contact support at editraffic.com, or you can call us on our hotline, which is 602-396-1284.